Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with an oracle deck, the Faeries Oracle by Froud. Anyway, this is a very big box for a very nice deck of cards. I had intended to get this earlier, but and I intend to get more fairy decks. I just wanted to start off with the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy because I kind of liked the messages and the images. I was looking for something that seemed a little closer to the kind of art that I do and a little bit more whimsical, even though this is very whimsical. Obviously, this picture is pretty whimsical, but it's also very earthy. It's a lot of gnomes and goblin-y kind of things, which is great. I love that. And also has ethereal kind of light beings, which is beautiful too. But and I knew I was just eventually going to use it, but I just wanted to start off with something a little lighter and whimsical. Anyway, I think also it's going to go really well compatible with my the Shadowscapes tarot deck, because inside the Shadowscapes you see a lot of little gnomey creatures and fairies, and then I think this oracle deck will help be good clarifiers for the hidden meanings inside these pictures depicted in the Shadowscapes. So I'll just let you look at this. I'm going to put my mic on. And this book is really, well, the box is really big. It's the biggest box that any of my cards have come in. It's very big. But it's very nice. And because here's this amazing book that comes inside. Hardcover book. Really beautifully written book. That's like a nice story that really gets into the folklore of Faery. Froud and Jessica Macbeth really dive down deep, and of course you have the meanings of each card, and the traditional ways of working with the cards and layouts and spreads and stuff. And there's also a very important card that I will show you once I go through all of them. But I'm sure you've seen this deck before. Seems pretty popular. A lot of people have it, especially anybody who's interested in fairies. And I can't wait to read the book and really get deep into this and use these cards more often and frequently is what I meant to say. And just do more fairy theme more often. Alright, let's take a look at the cards. So, has this cute backing of these little fairy faces. Kind of gnomey fairy faces. Starts off with these like ethereal cards. This one's Unity, Ecstasies, Guardian of the Gate, He of the Fiery Sword, She of the Krug, the Singer of Connection, the Singer of Intuition, the Singer of Courage, the Singer of Initiation, the Singer of Healing, the Singer of Transfiguration, the Singers of the Chalice, Solace, the Maiden, the journeyman, the bright mother, himself, the lady of the harvest, the sage, the dark lady, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, the master maker, the green woman, the pipers, the fairy godmother, oh, that gnome, Nephis the alchemist, like that one, Penelope Dreamweaver, the loam, the undressing of a salad, Iris of the rainbow, Taom the poet, fairies of the future, Sylvanius, the fawn, oh look, that's neat, spirit dancer, Lohara of the waters, lost noon's daughter, Wascana, honesty, the retrievers. Some of the font is hard to read. Knack, the Niromancer. Giu, the Slew. Bliss of the shadows. Tatin of the sylph. The friends. The oakmen. The collective pixies. Nikki Anako. Arval parrot. The topsy-turvets. That's what's on the back, the topsy-turvets. Drar. Death. Apona's wits. Laughter. The soul shrinker. That looks so scary. Luminous doom. Lotus the wild. Half the hooter. The bodacious boda. The pook. Habya. Hobya. The glancener. Hopi. Indie. And Guacha. It's like gotcha, but guacha. The tea lion. And cherry enchantress. So I'm the fairy guide, and in my fairy deck, this is a blank card that they give you that you have to paint something on, and it's important because it helps the cards have a guide. So let me read from the book why you have to have that. So the 0 card. This card has been left blank for you to draw your own fairy guide on Some people may have a clear mental image of their personal guide to fairy, but if you don't have that yet, there are a couple of things you can try. First, try doing some loose sketches in a meditative state, asking your personal guide to help you draw. That'll probably work, but if it doesn't, ask to be given a symbol to represent that fairy, and then go with it, the first thing that comes to mind, whatever it is. So I was just thinking to myself, what could I draw? Like, you know what? I'm just going to draw myself as a fairy because that's what I always do anyway. So, Cherry Enchantress, the guide. By drawing your fairy guide or its symbol on the card, you personalize and attune the deck. So this is like one of the steps to, you know, how you cleanse your deck and you touch it and get accustomed to it. Well, this is one of the steps. Connecting the energy of the cards and the fairies on them with your own energy. Some people go through elaborate rituals with their tarot decks and oracles to get an energy connection between themselves and the deck, but that isn't necessary with this one. All you need to do here is to include your own fairy guide in the deck, and everything else is taken care of. Starter, okay, so then it just goes on. Starter reading for both this and reverse reading. Anyway, so there's a lot of humor because, you know, fairies are cheeky that way. So yeah, so that's all I have to do. It's just, now that this card deck has guide, oh yeah, and I got something else to show you. So when I got my cool antique tables, they had these really neat little keys, and a little fairy told me that fairies love keys, to play with keys. So I love keys too. I don't know why, but ever since I was little, I had this massive keychain collection, and I kept every key that I ever owned for a little while, but now I've trimmed all that down. I thought that was cool. Anyway, so this is my little gift that goes along with my deck, and so keys for the fairy. Also, I heard they also like ribbon, so I bought some ribbon. Since that's such a big box, I think I might have to make a pouch or just wrap the cards in ribbon for now, because if I use them frequently, you know, taking them in and out of that big box is going to be kind of annoying. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, you guys, I hope you like this deck. It's really cool, and I will be using it. Probably in a few moments, I'm going to do a 11/11 reading that I will post tomorrow. So look out for that. Pay trust and pixie dust.